What up, BMT fam? On today's episode, we're going to celebrate the men that laid the foundation of this country, the backbone of this nation, blue-collar workers. So if that's you, you're going to watch this. Let's get into it. Hey, buddy, you got Puma on the mic.
You got Charles the Future.
Charles, not them. They don't own matter.
Mo with the house. And do not forget, we got Bucky's on the ones and twos, holding it down like he always does.
Yep.
There he is.
Yeah.
What's up? Wait. What's up, fellas?
What's up?
What's going on? I gotta get some seat because I was the one that was all like weird and shit because we haven't done this show in like a few weeks. Well, no, I'm lying. We had an episode the other week, right?
We did.
We did. But Mo was our guest on our episode before that, right?
Yeah.
Which was we were talking about sports.
Sports
because we went to watch the Dodgers.
Oh yeah,
play.
that was the last game of the Mets, right? No, the second to the last games of the Mets.
Yeah, something like that. One of those. It was the Mets series.
Yeah, because after that I left and watched them lose.
Yeah.
In New York.
That's right. And then they won the World Series.
And then they won the World
Series.
Series.
When they won the World Series. But I'm glad to have you back because this is an episode where you can definitely talk about today's topic, right?
Correct.
Now, this topic came up because of Charles over here, Mr. Future.
Hey.
Blue-collar workers, because you know what? A lot of men do this type of work, right?
Young age.
I mean, you can start at a young age.
Best in life.
Oops.
Crush your enemies. See them driven before you. And hear the lamentation of your women.
That too. And the lamentation of
That is
women.
Sorry, that's my fault. I meant to do this.
There you go. Right? Because, I mean, you're a blue-collar worker,
I am.
right? You work a physical labor job.
Howdy,
Mo's a
partner.
blue-collar worker. Technically, you're kind of a blue-collar worker,
What do
sort
you
of.
consider white color?
White collar?
Yeah.
Like paper
Office.
pushers?
Yeah.
That's office workers. He's
Paper-
not an office
paper
worker.
pusher.
Well, kind of. He kind of.
Yeah.
No, because I'm on set pushing like carts and
Oh, poor
And
guy.
And then sitting down in his
Yeah.
ass
and then
and
sitting
doing this.
and then sitting and
Yeah.
and working on it. Yeah. So I'm a baby blue collar worker.
well, there
Maybe.
you go.
Okay.
I'll take
Light
that.
blue.
Yeah.
Light blue collar
Yeah.
worker. Okay. So I guess for those not in the know then, because apparently there's a lot of collars.
And they are.
Colors of collars. Color collars?
Yes.
I don't know. How would you say that?
Not
I was
sure.
gonna say sure. So Bucky, what is a blue collar worker? Can you define it for us?
Yeah, it
Real
refers
quick.
to blue collar workers refers to jobs that typically involve manual labor, skilled trades, or physical work.
So manual labor, skilled trades, physical work out in the field.
It's
right?
it's often associated with industries like construction, manufacturing, maintenance, and possibly transportation.
And possibly transportation, right?
Oh, yeah, because truckers.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Truckers is
yeah. I mean, have you ever tried like driving like that, trucking?
I've tried it. I've moved the trucks once in a while,
Yeah.
back and forward.
But not like.
not
Oh,
being
because
on the
you
road.
because you need a special license, right?
License,
That
yeah.
it's not just a regular C
you
license.
need an A or a B to
Because
function.
because I know you were kind of working on that. Are you still gonna go back to that or no?
I'll do it again. It fall apart, but I need to get back to it again.
All right, to get the
Yeah.
A license,
A
because to
license.
get the A license to be able to drive those
Well,
type
yeah,
of
because
vehicles,
it's your pretty much your responsibility for the people around you.
right?
If the brakes fail, you're pretty much killing everybody.
That's true. I mean, yeah, that's
Yeah, that's the main thing.
that's the main thing. So what are some examples? He gave it, right?
Yes.
Transportation. I can't even read that stuff because I'm manufacturing, construction,
Maintenance.
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 So that's a part. That's a category you fall in, right?
Well, I mean, no, this man has done so many things.
It depends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Depends what,
multifaceted.
Yeah, depends what level the construction is on.
But you know a little bit of everything, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
that's the beauty of it.
yeah,
Right.
You're a handyman.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah.
in a way, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but let's give the people out there some examples of blue collar work. Well, the highest. What does it say? The highest paying blue collar jobs of 2025, Bucky. What are the highest paying jobs of blue collar work?
Well,
in
you got elevator technicians, power plant operators, electrical power line installers. Oh my God, those guys make a lot of money. You know why?
Why is that?
Because they got to climb that shit. They got to be 300 to 400, maybe 1,000 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Have you
Like-
ever seen the guys that do the
Change the light bulb.
Not well, yeah, that too. But no, they changed. They cleaned
Windmills?
the radio towers or
Oh,
the
like for the planes lights.
something
or-
where they had to go. Oh, have you seen it where they had to climb all the way
Yeah.
up those metal structures all the way to the top?
They say they get
like
paid what, $100,000.
Yes,
For
like no more.
More.
It's like they get paid some
But you
crazy amount,
They got to do it every 6 months to change the light bulb or something like that.
something like that, and they have to climb all the way up, and then climb all the way down. And then I think I remember seeing one guy. He actually would jump off. He would do like a
Parachute.
kind of some parachute or some
You had to have guts to do that.
for a few $100,000 though. Would you do that?
I don't know. It depends.
You wouldn't jump off and just kind of.
I mean,
After
there's
a couple of weeks of training, maybe.
there are skilled people that have to climb up like what's the tallest building in the world? Khalifa.
Yeah.
They have to change those lights,
Oh, that's true.
so they got to climb all the to the top
You know
of
how
that.
windy that would be?
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, the
winds?
wind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see that. What's it? Elevator technician. Wow. I mean, people need to ride their elevators, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends how big the
Have
building
you
is.
ever got stuck in an elevator? Any of you guys?
No.
I was
You
worried
know,
about
this
it.
is a messed up story. I got stuck in an elevator with my brother.
Uh-oh. For how long?
Too long because that motherfucker just rips them shits.
Oh, God.
Dude, he's so bad. He's so bad. Every time we're in the elevator, he always like when there's people there, he always like rips one and then
Oh,
jams.
boy.
Okay. Hey, just real quick. Here's a couple of tidbits. We're talking about blue collar work.
Yes.
I'm gonna just tell you the different colors real quick.
Okay.
So red collar
Red.
are government workers,
Oh.
right? New collar is develops technical softwares.
What
Okay.
color you said?
I'm sorry, soft skills
What
throughout
color?
non-traditional
New collar?
educational paths. No collar are artists, free spirits.
No collar artist.
Orange
street.
collar are prisoners.
Prisoners.
Okay, so they're free labor.
Yeah.
Well,
hilarious.
technically free labor. You're paying off your debts.
Your
for
tax.
the-
Your tax.
Yeah. Green collar, usually referring to a wide range of professions relating to the environment and renewable energy.
Green. Okay.
Brown collar.
Oh, so does that would include like herbal remedies?
I think that would go with
Green collar?
red- no. That would go with I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'm going
I mean-
with green collar.
I mean, what's sales? I'm trying to figure out what that is.
Retail sales?
Yeah.
That's
Anyway,
white collar. I would think. No, what's
No.
no. So brown color
Yeah.
collar is military personnel. Scarlet collar.
I never heard of that.
Think what scarlet is?
like red?
Cosmetics?
No, scarlet letter. What
Oh,
is
like
that?
medical fields?
No,
What?
No.
sex industry.
Oh, scarlet. Yeah,
Black collar.
I would know nothing about that. Black collar.
Black collars, manual labor is an industry which workers generally become very dirty, such as mining and oil drilling.
Oil drilling. Yeah.
Sewers.
I
huh?
thought that would be blue collar.
I
But
guess that's more.
not.
That's
Yeah.
like the more extreme
Yeah.
blue collar
Yeah.
is black collar, who's working in like oil fields.
Open collar is
like
refers
poppy collar.
open collar. Yeah, it refers to workers who work from home via internet, like
Okay.
freelancers.
So like digital nomads, like
Yeah.
we've spoken about before.
Yeah.
Gold collar refers to young, low-wage workers who invest in conspicuous luxuries.
Okay, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna touch that one.
I feel like that's more like TikTokers.
Okay,
I think that's what it is.
yeah.
And gray collar refers to labor which blurs the line between blue and white. Oh, that's me.
There you go.
So
So
that's-
there you. Now we figured you out. You're
Yeah.
gray.
I'm gray.
You're gray. You're not blue. You're not white, but you're in between. Cause you're still
Yeah.
working. Okay,
Yeah.
well there you go.
Well, yeah,
We
I'm
got the
pushing.
colors we needed.
Yeah, I'm pushing. So yeah, those different
Yeah.
colors.
But blue collar is like literally the majority of workers that we need to like build
Build this.
everything. Everything you see around you right now, like this building, right?
Builds blue collar.
Who put these parts together, right? Who laid down this carpet? Who painted these walls? That's all blue collar work. You see, everything around you is blue collar work. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
If you think about it. So then the question becomes why does it? Okay, I'm just speaking out loud.
Yes.
But some people feel like, I don't know, they look down on blue collar workers, right? Like they expect you like when you're supposed to go to school.
You know, well, yeah,
because blue collar workers are trade workers, right?
Yeah.
So like it's something that you have to learn as a trade more
Right.
than it's more physical work. It's more
Yeah.
like I mean trade is okay. I'm using trade loosely, but like it's more physical work, right?
Yeah.
White collar would be more kind of like business aspect, kind of like pushing papers. kind of
Okay,
dealing
so
with all
you're
that.
saying what it is, but why do you feel like it's looked down then? Because sometimes I feel like,
because blue collar workers work under the white collar.
do they?
They can.
Yeah, because they take an order from the.
They take orders from the man.
office.
Yeah.
I mean, if it depends on if the job's connected, right?
Right. But mostly, I mean, there has to be a upper management for that anyway.
'Cause the paperwork comes down.
Yeah.
Paperwork gets
Because they
filed,
need
paperwork
to
gets
map
designed.
the design.
Then you get paperwork.
It's
and then
it's
the
so
product
it's
comes in.
it's very similar to what we call below the line
Yeah.
in my industry.
Yeah.
Because below the line is pretty much people that are not, you don't see their their names on movie
Right.
screens at the very beginning.
Yeah.
You always see it at the long list of credits at the
Right.
end.
They're like, oh,
So like directors,
got you,
actors,
got you.
Producers,
Musics.
Well,
well sometimes music, they're always like at the very beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
And you see that, right?
yeah.
But then everyone else under it's called below the line. So if you think about it, you have above the line, which is, if you put it in those terms, those are
Yeah.
the white collar.
Yeah.
And then below the line is the blue collar, because you
Okay.
got the grips, you got the electrics, you got the people that are pushing, building, moving
Building the
stuff.
sets, doing
Yeah.
the whole thing, putting it together.
Yeah.
I mean, those things just don't
Doing- it's-
magically
it's-
appear by themselves.
It's hard. It's manual labor. It doesn't.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't see that part. I mean,
Right.
you know, they glamorize what
Well,
we do.
because you know what it is. You know what it is.
They only see the action hero or
Right. They only see the end product, which is
Yeah.
the star, right, and
And that's
things like
pretty much
that
it.
for the movies. Whereas somebody who's like, doing construction, doing buildings, doing yard work, shit like that, right? They're-
blowing up stuff.
yeah,
blowing
like
up.
like, oh, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Whereas a movie, you all you see is the end product. You're like, it's just.
Yeah.
But those things, that's not easy work, man. So you got to respect those workers. I mean, they're
you
just
gotta
a
respect
part-
everyone that works.
Well, yeah,
period.
exactly.
I mean, we're all gonna have to work harder in the next couple of years.
Well, that's the thing, because a lot of people work. They're going into like these more non-laborious fields, right? Like computer
Right.
engineering and things like that, right?
Well, yeah, because a lot of the blue collar, like the manufacturing jobs, are moving over to, AI or
I mean,
robotic.
but building little things, but you don't see AI building a building. You don't see AI.
As a matter of fact,
redoing your roof.
They are.
hold on.
They
As a
are,
matter
right?
of fact, I did see houses being 3D printed.
Okay.
Wasn't it in Germany?
I believe so.
Okay.
was in
Okay.
Germany.
Fine. Right. But that's one fucking house, right?
No, it's a community.
Okay. And are you gonna keep upkeep? Okay.
But I'm just saying. I mean, it's the potential is there,
They
and
can
who
do it.
knows who's going to take advantage of it and
Mm-hmm.
move it forward. You know what I mean? That's where the white collar people come.
Okay. Well, things we have to. You got to watch out for your workers. I'm trying to look out for these people.
Everybody in
Yeah.
this time
Yeah.
and era, everybody gotta be careful because your job might be losing in the next 5-10 years.
So then, then why would you? Why do people want to even get into this kind of line of work?
Because you get in at a young age.
Well, okay.
You
Well,
can
there's a
see-
list. We have a
You
list.
can start at 18.
You can scroll
You
up,
can
my
be
friend.
a fireman at 18. You can be a policeman at 18.
Well, yeah.
You can be a trucker at 18.
Okay. So you can. So what you're trying to say is to start these jobs, you can get started
Right away.
earlier,
From
right?
high school straight to the...
Because when
Straight to the trade.
you're a little kid,
Okay.
Mo, when you're a little kid, what and the teacher asks you, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do kids say? What do their parents tell kids you should try to be?
Be a doctor. Be a
Well,
lawyer.
okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Be a doctor, be a lawyer, be something up there.
Right. Go to school to be a doctor. Go to school to be a lawyer.
Hold on.
Go to- yeah.
I mean, yeah, I know what the point you're trying to make, but here's the question I want to ask.
Okay. Because I'm really trying to make a point. So if you're gonna
I'm not.
circumvent my point, then
make
you
the
just
point.
did it already. So go ahead.
Make the point. Make the point.
No, go ahead.
No, make the
You
point.
already interrupted me. You said it. Go ahead.
Sorry. I just wanted to say, like,
Yeah.
growing up, because you brought that
Yes.
question up.
Yes.
What did you actually want to be? I know people say you want to be this, you want to be that, but what did you want to be?
All right, so it's a good question. And I'll get to that.
Yeah. So finish your statement.
But now there you go. So my point of all this was like saying like, you know, when we're little, like say, oh, we should be that. We should, you know, I want to be the president. I want a senator. I want to be, you know, be a lawyer. Things like that. But the truth is, that's not the majority of jobs.
No.
Right.
You can't go be a president and apply for it. It'd
Right.
be-
There's one president.
One president.
Right.
You gotta be realistic about it.
What's that? How many? What is it? 50, 100 senators? Right? 2 for each state?
Yeah.
Things like that. So, I mean, those aren't like
Daily jobs. You cannot apply and get it.
exactly. And those type of jobs take years. You know what I'm saying? How long does it take to be a doctor?
About 8 to
8
10.
years.
8 to 10.
8 to 10.
Minute. That's for like the basic
Basic,
doctor.
yeah.
And then if you get specialized, another 8
4
years.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're going to school for
Surgeon and all that kind of
surgery,
stuff.
right?
Yeah.
Lawyers are going to go, and you're going to have to go to colleges and pay all this money with. So the point I'm trying to like come back to is, you can start right away.
Right away.
Right.
And without have a debt to pay for college or the amount of money you borrow to pay back.
There you go, right? Because I mean, obviously it's going to cost you to go to something like maybe like a trade school or something like
Yeah.
that, but you're going to like a couple years, maybe
You can start 6 months.
6 months, depending on what
yeah.
what you want to do,
And from there you can work for up,
and work your way up,
way up. Yeah.
right? And build skills as we go along, because this is what this guy does.
So
He's
how did you start it?
I know we're going.
I started when I was a kid, and from then I stopped doing it for a while.
So as a kid, like, who are you helping?
I was helping my pops
Yeah.
and then my grandpa.
Ah.
So
So it's a bloodline then.
yeah,
So they did this kind of work,
yeah,
right? And they kind of showed you.
yeah. And then I was like, I don't want to do this.
Right.
What was it? It was too heavy, too long the hours.
I think the hours were too long.
Too long.
Too much
Yeah.
heavy lifting. I
Right.
was still young. I was like, I don't want to do this.
Right.
Or do something else.
So then you went to do other stuff, and then somehow.
You're like, I think I'm going
And
back.
after that, no, I mean, I got back, and then after it's been like what, 15 years?
Yeah.
No, it's almost 20 years.
You've been doing
already.
it.
I came back and I did it, but when I came back, I just decided just to do a GC, just paperwork and get the contracts, sub them out,
Right.
or do them. And after 5 years, I was saying, oh shoot, like let's make more money.
Right.
More
Right.
money.
Because you started seeing the potential
Yeah.
of what you could be making. Right.
So as being a GC, I was like, oh shit, I'm just making this much money as
Yeah.
a GC. Let me
Yeah.
make more money.
Right.
So I did a construction company.
Exactly.
So now I had both to run. I had a construction company
Right.
and still doing my GC work.
Right.
So I had both, and what's going on so far, I still
Yeah.
have them both.
Well, there you go. And
So right now, what is your main thing right now?
My main thing,
Yeah, what's your hands on?
hands-on, well, I would say the job site's construction,
Yeah,
going forward right now. But, I mean, GC is like, it's going up and down right now.
yeah.
People are waiting right now to see what
Yeah.
happens.
especially in new president, new year
Yep.
coming up, January 1st is right around the corner.
Are you guys in union?
No.
No union.
Not in the end.
That makes it.
All
Yeah.
private.
Yeah. So that makes it interesting. So, so can we answer the question? So what did you want to do? So you were helping your dad, your grandpa. I don't want to do this. I'm done with this.
Exactly.
So then, what did you want to
But
do?
I would go just for the money.
Right, of course.
And then I was a little kid, so I was
But-
like, hey, why not go?
Yes, but so what did you do? You said I don't want to do this. Then,
Yeah.
so what did you want to do then? What was in your mind for the moment?
Set fire. Like I was like mostly into paramedic. I wanted to be a fireman.
Yeah.
But then I saw how long it takes to be a fireman.
There you go. And that's see
So
that
I
now
was
brings
like,
it all
wait,
back
I
here.
have to wait until I'm 21
Yeah.
to become a fireman. And then meanwhile, you gotta be a paramedic for
4
3
years.
4
Yeah.
years.
Those EMTs don't make that much, from what I heard.
So you gotta become an EMT first.
Yeah.
After you become an EMT, you have to sit there and still wait
Yeah.
to become a fireman. And then there's still a chain and there's still a waiting list.
That's
So by the
crazy.
time you become a fireman, like even though if you get into the academy with 21, by
Yeah.
the time you become a fireman, you're like what?
25.
Maybe 25, 28?
Yeah.
So that takes
Yeah.
a little bit of time. Interesting. So then that's when you're like,
Forget it.
Forget
And
it.
come
Just
back.
start doing this,
Yeah.
doing that. Yeah.
and that's where you are. What about you? What did you want to?
I want to be a boxer.
He said, I knew his answer. I knew his answer was going to be that. Right? I mean, that's what you were training for.
Yeah.
Right? But that's
But I think you need like love support. You need people like
right.
they know you're ready.
Not just saying I want it, but you need
you
to
need somebody to back you up.
right a gym, a
Yeah.
trainer, like people to handle
Yeah.
that
Like
situation.
a management to
Right.
keep you activated, happy, or
Yeah,
be go after those people.
yeah. Like something I don't. You know, I was always one of those kids that always was a dreamer and always dreaming different things.
Yeah.
Like I was gonna be point guard for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Oh,
And I was like, no, okay, I'm too short. No, that's not going to happen, right? Not going to happen. But you know, like, that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to, like, so with A-Folk and Ches, I wanted to, like, when we were kids, we were like, oh, we're going to make our own company. We're going to build, like, our own business. We're going to have, like, a party thing. We're going to have, like, our own arcade. Like, I was
Okay.
doing things, like, always, like, business-minded, like,
Yeah.
doing something. Like, we wanted to make a club for teenagers when we were kids.
oh, gotcha.
I have this whole book. We drew it out. Like we're we want a safe space for kids to go out and have fun, but still be cool, you know. But you know, things like that. Like, so I wanted to go for business.
What happened? Fall apart?
It was a lot bigger than we thought, right?
Yeah.
And we were only teenagers,
Yeah.
right? And then, yeah, that was it. Right, and then of course everything changes, and then same thing. You're working with your family, right?
Yeah.
Like with me, it's a drive school and a travel school, and then you get into it, and you're like, same thing like you. I said I don't want to do this. I went to college to do something else, to study something else, but then I was still working here. I was like, you know what? I actually enjoy my job. It's interesting to me, and then that's how I ended up staying here because. You know, it's something that I actually love doing.
Something your
Yeah.
parents have passed on the knowledge to
Yeah,
you.
yeah. And then now, I want to be a podcast host. Which, hey, at least it's happening. Just you gotta pay me though. That's all. That's what I'm saying. Why else?
We need
Oh,
donations.
wait, Bucky, what did you want to be? I know you. Did you always want to be? What did you want to be?
A what? What
I was
is
gonna
it?
say
He's a great
I was gonna say a DJ,
He's
but
a great color.
No, actually, I wanted to be believe it or not, I wanted to be an engineer. But the type of engineer I wanted to be was a train engineer.
Train
I
Really? You wanted to work on
I wanted to
locomotives?
drive those trains.
trains.
they just
That's-
had some. You just love the whole.
I just love the whole concept of being able to travel across country in a train.
Is it because of Back to the Future Part 3?
No, it had nothing to do. This was before Back to the Future.
Really? What? I mean, before Back to the Future.
I remember I think in first or second grade when
Oh,
we
wow.
had that question.
Yeah.
That was the biggest thing. And
Yeah.
I was
Work with
always
trains.
I was always into trains.
Well, as you can see on the list of top jobs of 2025, locomotive operator is
saw
up
that.
there.
How long
I
did
saw
it
that.
how
That could have been you.
How long did it take to be a train?
I don't know.
Oh,
I
I don't
never
know. Why
actually
ask you
got.
questions?
Well,
I never
I'm asking
looked
him
into
because
it.
he should at least.
I never looked into it actually.
Nothing?
And I actually have a friend or had a friend that his dad was a locomotive engineer.
Yeah.
But at the time, it was also difficult to get into because it was like, it was like a small amount of people that were
Yeah.
working.
Yeah.
I don't know about it now, but like,
Yeah.
it just seemed like.
Do you
something
collect
cool.
trains?
I used to.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, man. we all have little.
I had an HO set and an N set and
Do you have the hat too?
Did you have the toot?
Choo choo train
yeah,
hat?
yeah. I had the whistle.
No shade here.
yeah,
no shade here, bro.
Yeah, but when I was younger, yeah, I loved trains. This is before Thomas the Train. Was Thomas?
Yeah. Thomas the Tank Engine?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
So it was all before all that. But like at the same time, just the idea of being an engineer, period, kind of like stuck.
Yeah.
And now I'm kind of in that.
A sound engineer?
Yeah, I'm kind of in that realm.
Yeah.
As a sound engineer.
You have
but not-
engineer in the name.
Yeah, but not really like hardcore. Like
No.
I'm not a hardcore. Like I'm not gonna like do math and
Right.
and try to figure out how a wave moves around a space and stuff like that. There's other people that do that.
Right.
I just need to know a little bit about it so I can understand it.
It's funny how where we started to where we ended up,
Yeah.
right? And that goes for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So why else would people want to become a blue collar worker?
It's faster compared to other professions.
We mentioned that.
I
Good.
mean, trade schools actually
Trade,
get you
yeah.
there within a year, 2 years.
Yeah.
Can make a living enough to support a family. Well, that was the case at one point, because blue collar work was also was blue collar work was also considered middle class.
Right. I mean, that's what the like I when I said in the intro about the foundation of this country is like this country grew in 20 years. It was built, right, and we had to pay the people that did that.
Well, remember just.
Okay. At certain points, we didn't have to pay some of these,
Yeah,
but that's a whole nother story.
After the World War.
Civil War, yeah.
Well, just look at the
after
World
War II.
Yeah. World War II. That's
kind of like where the blue
the
collar
industrial
work-
age.
Yeah, the industrial age became.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of World War One-ish.
Yeah,
But that's when the industrial age took over, and
Yeah.
that's kind of where I think this is my opinion, blue collar work started rising.
yes,
Obviously, working in factories,
Yeah.
but at the same time, in like the 50s, blue collar work kind of like brought up the middle class.
yes,
And
Yeah.
kind of like people were able to afford their own homes and
yeah,
cars and stuff like that.
yeah. I mean, well, go ahead.
Don't go too far. Look, Dubai. It was a freaking desert.
Yes.
And what is it now?
Yeah.
A mega cities.
Right.
We're talking about 30 years
Yeah,
ago.
but they also built that on the backs of Indian and
yeah.
Filipino workers.
Of course.
Right, and we didn't pay very much.
No.
I ain't trying to throw shade over there, in case we end up going. But
No, but I know what you're saying. Like
Yeah.
they pay low labor for those people.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
always
they-
like that.
they outsourced it.
Yeah.
Right. Which is weird because we outsource like manufacturing, but all the building is done by us.
Yeah.
Right here, at least in the U.S.
U.S.
well, we outsource all the
Do you,
materials.
do you think you can still support a family with doing this blue collar work, or does it depend on the work you do?
Depending on the work you do, depending on the field you're in,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of blue collar,
Like
Levels,
levels, tiers.
levels,
Yeah.
see what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it also is like who you know, right?
Yeah.
If you get like a contract for like, the government or the city, you might get paid way more than working
Fixing
for
a toilet.
Yeah. Joe
Yeah.
Smo's office here in Burbank. Yeah, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I guess it depends, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you still do all right.
Yeah, you can still pull it off.
Yeah.
I like how there's a bullet point that says that you don't need a higher education. I want to kind of disagree with that.
By higher education, we mean going to like a 4-year
Right.
to an 8-year college.
But I feel like,
for blue collar work.
right, but I feel like
Okay.
you're constantly learning no matter what with blue collar work.
Oh, of course.
Because you're
Every
learning
year
from
you
other
learn
people, you're learning how to do things,
Right.
you're learning how to improve things. Like it's a different way of saying higher education. Is the way I look at it.
Okay, but
it's not-
But we're talking about technical term of higher education,
Right.
meaning paying for
But
college.
it's not
Yeah.
that stigma or typical
Right.
the typical idea of like a higher education
Yeah.
means you're going to be sophisticated, like Ivy Leagues
It's not
and all
like
that
saying you
stuff.
have an IQ lower.
No,
Yeah.
It's not.
exactly. But
Yeah.
when you say don't need a higher education, people will be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you're stupid." People will think that,
Yeah.
and that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because a lot of blue collar work is you need to be smart.
Right.
You need to know how to measure correctly.
Well, it's
you,
like a saying.
you need to know math.
A
You know what
doctor,
I mean? Like,
doctor can surgery a freaking brain, but he cannot change a toilet or plumbing. It's not satisfy that.
It's a specific job.
Yeah.
Right.
So you can be a freaking genius, but something else, you'd be like,
Dude,
I need somebody to call.
this man tells me a lot of things he's gonna do, and I'm like, yup. I have no idea what you.
right?
See,
He tells me
what's funny
something.
is that
Oh, we're gonna do this, and you're gonna do that, and we're gonna come around here.
every single job, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter what kind it is.
Yeah.
All you need to do, it's just all basic math,
Yeah.
and it's all math. If you're a doctor,
Oh, yeah.
surgeon,
Math is everything.
Yeah.
blue collar, white collar, whatever
Yeah.
it is, it's all math.
Well,
Because
like-
everything's numbers.
Yeah. Because what's the size of what you're gonna put on the ground, right?
The
How long?
pipes.
How long? Much piping do you need
need,
to get to this area, right?
How long is audio?
Yeah. Exactly. So
Okay.
the electrical. How much
Everybody
wire?
needs math
Yeah.
in their life.
At least basics.
Yeah.
Basics
Yeah.
math.
Yeah.
So it's not that you're stupid,
Right.
because you still have the knowledge of your
Right.
education.
So I guess when we say higher education, is more like specified something to go
College.
to college
Right.
for years, but you still need
yeah, I mean,
knowledge. You still need information.
You,
still
can get
continue.
higher education through trade schools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if
I mean, okay, I hear what you're saying. I just feel you're being like a semantic, like yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, like too
No, I know, but it's just I hate.
Is he being
No,
white knight?
no, you just have to understand. I hate semantics. I hate semantics. I hate it, like the fact that we have to adhere to what we all think already. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Fair enough, and I'll give you that point. You are right. We should change what people think.
Right.
Because the reality is
like, yeah, you know, if you went to Harvard,
Yeah.
right, and you're a freaking lawyer, right?
Yeah.
But then I went to
Phoenix University.
not even Phoenix. I was gonna say DeVry or something. To
Okay,
become,
DeVry,
like,
yeah.
to be like some type of technical,
Yeah.
you know,
Right.
engineer or something
Yeah.
like that, right? I mean, DeVry is a tech school,
Yeah.
is a trade school, and then you're in the Ivy League, right?
Yeah.
Obviously two different things, right? But like, if I had to work in telecommunications, fix, you know, circuit boards for communications and all that stuff, a lawyer or doctor won't be able to do that, right? But somebody with another degree, unless you're an electrical engineer, then you know you're going to another college part. But
Go ahead.
But I mean, I'm just saying, like, you know, it's kind of a gray area when you say higher education.
I think it's the compensation you get for the job you do.
Right.
Like I say, if a plumber can start young age.
Yeah.
If he learn all the stuff he learns during the period of time,
Yeah.
he can open his own plumbing too. He can be rich because he learned all the stuff he had to learn.
Right.
He can open his own store.
Which is kind of what this man just did,
Yeah.
right? He's working with your family in the beginning, and then you said, I can do this.
As a matter of fact, let me just put this in context.
Okay.
Right? Working in the film industry, I've talked to a lot of people coming into the film industry, right? And a lot of them go to school. They actually go to like USC and UCLA and all that stuff, and they get their education.
Yeah.
But they're doing it for the cinema, you know, for the cinema.
Yeah.
And a lot of people I work with have never gone to that and say that you learn more on set, you learn more from other people than you
Yeah.
do
You learn more on hands than
From
all
going to
hands.
school. Yeah, that's
than
true.
you do at a
So learning from
prestige-
experience.
Yeah, but than you do from a prestige school.
Yeah.
The benefit of a prestige school is you meet professional people.
That's true.
Same thing when you're on set, but like it's just, you know, it's also having that paper, and that paper is everything to an employer.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
That gets you your foot in the door.
It's like me. Like, I mean, I had to take a couple tests in order to get my freaking license.
Right.
So either way, I mean, just
So-
to get that paper, I still had to take a test.
What is
Yeah.
this license? What's the license?
Well,
to-
GC, just, you know, Class
General-
A
general,
license.
yeah.
Like, you have to go to the board. And,
Yeah.
You know, I had to study to
Yeah.
take the state exam.
Right.
All that takes time.
Right.
I mean, it took time for me. I didn't get it done within 6 months. I
Mm-mm.
mean, I got it done within, I would say it took me about a year to 2 years almost.
That's a good amount
It
of
was a
time.
good
Yeah.
amount of time for me to go through a big book and.
But will you still be able to work in between, kind of getting to that point, doing something?
Yeah,
out
it
there?
was.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you get to do your hours also, or make sure you get them signed off.
Yeah.
Also, you know, I was back and forth with work, so
Right.
you know, you still got to do both things, but also have time to hit the books.
Yeah.
Because either way, I mean, it's still, I would say, you don't need the college degree,
Right.
Right? You don't need to go to school for it,
Right.
but if you want to, you could. But
It only
as long as
it
you
only
read-
benefits you.
yeah, so if you read, they give you the book,
Yeah.
pass the exam.
Right.
That's
That's
it.
what you need. But I guess maybe just that degree just lets people
Yeah,
know
how much it costs you to do the process?
Shoot.
if you remember.
I think it was like $300 or $400 back in the days.
That's way less than thousands of dollars.
And we're talking about like what, over 15 years ago.
Oh,
that I
okay.
got it.
Yeah.
So
Okay, well, there's the other thing.
Yeah.
Why some people, because it still costs money, but it's less than
Less.
paying for years and years of
years.
college, right?
And it was a lot easier to get it before the license.
Yes. Yeah.
Now these days it's like they're asking for this, they're
Yeah.
asking for
Oh,
that.
yeah, keep adding more stuff.
Yeah.
They'll probably charge you for each little thing.
Yeah.
Assholes. Jerks. But blue collar work does lean into men's strength, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of these jobs are physical labor, right? You got to like be able to carry stuff, put stuff together, move things, use attributes that
Every day, you gotta wake up with that energy to
right?
Yep.
be expired.
Because what's the statistics about compared to for men to women right here?
Women make up 8%.
because women make up 8% of blue collar work, which means 92%
Men.
of all blue collar workers
do.
are men because of that. So I know the answer to this question. I'm going to ask both of you guys.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask Bucky as well. In the jobs you do, like the work you do, are there a lot of women workers doing the same things you're doing? Like, or any?
I think it's more like when I go to the office, maybe like the ones doing the paperwork. So that's
So they're the ones more in the office,
Yeah.
the white collar stuff.
But they're doing still your permits. They're
Right.
doing your engineering.
I mean, they're
work,
necessary.
Yeah, doing all your paperwork that you need.
Right. Or else you can't get the work done.
Yeah.
Right. But doing like the actual physical, like building things, putting things together.
It's kind of rare, but
You've seen it, but
yeah,
very rare.
I've seen it, but very rare.
How about you?
Where I work, I don't see no female carrying or lifting anything.
Yeah, because you
My
work doing
Moving. Company.
moving company,
So
right?
it's pure strength.
By the way, I'm gonna call you out
Call me out.
because this episode was supposed to be done a week ago, and then it got pushed back, and then another day it got pushed back
postponed again.
because you were working for we can't say the name, can we?
Just say a high celebrity.
High celebrity,
Yeah.
right?
So
I don't know. We can't give any hints. Yeah, I don't want you to get fired.
No.
See, that's how high celebrity this person is.
the day I went to the house, I didn't see no woman on construction or
Right.
putting cables.
So they're building a new house, putting everything together.
Yeah.
All the workers, all like the builders, all the
They're
movers,
all men.
all men.
Oh man,
Right.
that part I can say was 99.9% men.
Yeah.
You only saw probably like a couple of women, probably the designers, how to put it directing you traffic. But
So more like we want this, we want this,
Yeah.
we want this, and then you guys got to make it.
yeah,
or
for make
move
it nice and neat
Yeah.
for them. But hard labor, I didn't see no woman.
right?
Sorry, ladies, you want to be equal, but in this part, in this field, there was no equal.
Right. I mean, because that's always the dilemma, right? Because they're
Yeah.
like, oh, we want to be
Be
equal. Men and women should be even in everything we do.
But yeah, bullshit. It is.
I mean, the statistics don't lie.
Don't lie.
The statistics don't lie.
I want to see. You want to see a nice, pretty girl carrying something heavy? What's the first thing a man's gonna say? Oh, let me help you out. If somebody sees me carrying something heavy, then
Yeah.
no guy's gonna say, "Oh, let me help you out."
Yeah.
Let's be realistic.
And it takes just the physical labor takes a toll on a lot of
It
men,
does.
right?
Yeah.
Imagine we were working 10 hours plus.
Yeah.
You think a girl's gonna do it every single day?
I know. Well, think about it. This gentleman right here. We had to wait for you today because you were showing us the work you were doing today with some pipes and
Yeah, but that was a long day today.
It was a long day, and he still
The
showed
last,
up.
Hey, the last 2 days,
Yeah.
someone didn't show up. No names.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Where is he?
Yeah.
Now, Bucky, in your industry though, you say it's not so black and white.
I mean, it's yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say it's 99% all men, but like, I've met grips and electricians, female grips and electricians, even female like boom ops, female, mixers like
Right.
me and all that stuff, and like, I mean, it's pretty much mixed, although it's predominantly men
Right.
still, but I mean, it's just slowly creeping up to be that way.
Right. I mean, it has changed because they're even saying like 20 years ago, it was 2% of women were doing blue collar work. Now it's 8%. So it did go up.
Yes.
But I mean, from 98% to 92%, I mean, still in the 90s
Yeah.
is
That's
men.
a huge
It's a men's job, right? So we got to respect the men that do this work. Sometimes I don't feel they get enough respect because it's just something that for some reason a stigma, right?
No, it's trade work. It's not
Yeah.
It's not artistic work. It's not creative work.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Right. But at least, but like I said, it's building into our strengths. So if this is something that you like to do, you want to be physical, this is the job for you. Now,
What jobs are still in high demand?
what jobs are still in high demand? I mean, it depends on the season, right? Like what jobs are like on high demand this type of season?
Well, right now,
Because
During the winter, it's
roof. I would think so because
Yeah.
rain. People go, oh, shoot, I need to fix my roof.
Electricals and electricians
Yeah.
and roofers right
Yeah.
now.
That'd be the.
And elevators, because everybody's using elevators because it breaks down.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Imagine
that's why
water.
that's
Yeah.
one of the top workers, right?
Yeah.
I think that's all season, right? Like
Elevators?
yeah, because
It's all season,
yeah.
but mostly when it rains, water gets in there.
yeah, damage.
But I would think like doing like construction is a little bit harder when it's wet weather, right?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of
Yeah.
days where you have to like stop and wait till it dries out, things like that.
Yeah, it's
So
vacation time right now for construction workers.
really,
yeah.
get into the winter time,
Wintertime is vacation time.
and if they do work, it's
It's
Emergency,
a little
something.
bit,
emergency.
It's emergency and a little bit
extra.
costly.
Yeah, because you have to
Yeah.
bring them back. That
Exactly.
makes sense.
I mean,
Yeah.
Caltrans is still working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fixing
Actually,
roads.
the winter's very busy for them because the snow plowing and all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't snow here, but I mean, they still fix the
Yeah.
roads. I mean, they'll be really busy when it starts raining,
Yeah.
and they got to fix all the potholes.
Oh yeah.
And plus, all the trees falls down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Do you have any questions for Mo?
I think we had some questions from Mo. Do you want to? Oh, questions from Mo. So we kind of answered
We
this
kinda
already.
answered a lot
The
of them.
first one, yeah. So where do you? Okay, so where do you learn this type of work? Like where did you like? So you learned it from your family,
I learned it from my pops and from my grandpa.
right? But once you that's your fun. That's where you're beginning.
Yeah.
But did you have to like go somewhere to learn a little bit more, get more detail?
Well,
Or you just learned on the
eventually
job?
just job sites and
Yeah.
books, pretty much.
Yeah. So.
But you need do you need to have a connection to get it on the construction? Because I seen a place like a Craigslist. They say, oh, you need to have at least 2-3 years of experience before you
Uh-huh.
can get there. But I feel you need to know somebody to bring you up there.
Well, it depends. I mean, your job reference, You know, don't be like those people that apply for the job and say you know how to do it.
Yeah.
They're
They
all
send
bullshit.
you to do it, and then you can't do shit.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, don't lie in your resume, but yeah, I mean,
Because you're gonna get sussed out pretty.
I've gotten stuck with employees like that.
They have
That
no
they say
clue.
know how
They
they
have no
say,
clue.
oh yeah, I know how to do this, and that. You
They
put them
have
to do
no
it,
clue.
oh, you mean that? I don't know.
and then they don't know how to, anything to do
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best way to be like, well, I do it this way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you? Okay, I'm gonna answer the next question. Do you enjoy doing this physical type of work?
I do.
Yeah.
I love it. I mean, it's funny because I've had other jobs.
Yeah.
And I've had other businesses.
Mm-hmm.
But the business I'm in now,
Yeah.
I love it because every day in the morning I'm like, you know, when I go to bed,
Yeah.
I'm thinking about what I'm going to
Yeah.
do next day,
Yeah.
what I'm going to build.
Is it always something
Or-
different, or
It's always something different.
Something
you don't know what
different.
you get,
so
it's
you don't
the next
get
day.
you get bored?
Yeah, so you don't get bored.
It's the same thing.
But I enjoy it. I
Yeah.
like to wake up in the morning. I love to go see the job sites.
And you're going to
the
different
shit-
locations.
The stuff that I'm building.
Yeah.
I love to see the stuff that I'm building, especially when I'm out there with my daughter and I'm like, hey, you know, remember that house? There
Yeah.
it is, finished project.
Yep.
They're like, oh shit, like, and then you drive by, people drive by.
Yeah.
I mean, we got a couple houses here where I
Right.
built,
Yeah.
and you can drive by them and we're like, oh shoot, I built that house.
There you
I
go.
built that house.
But
Dr.
with
Mo
these,
built.
with these, I built them, bro. With these.
So it's
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I love my job.
Yeah.
I mean, if I didn't love it, I don't think I would be doing it.
Right.
And this is what I tell people. Always, you know, some people are like, I hate my job. I'm like,
Right.
oh,
Yeah.
you're doing something you don't want.
Yeah.
I mean, you should always want to work on something you want to do.
Right.
Go try something
Absolutely.
Or try something different
100%.
that you're going to enjoy.
I mean,
That you love waking up to.
even jobs you love, you're gonna have days that you just you're having a bad day, you don't want to be at work, and
Yeah.
we get that. But in general, you have to love what you're doing.
Well, you
right?
know that saying, right?
What's that?
If you love what you do, you never work a day in your life.
True. That's
And-
what they tell me.
Yeah, until you start until you're breaking your back. And
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
But I mean, that's kind of true. The same
Yeah.
same way with me is like in this film industry, it's like it's hard work. It again.
Yeah, because it's
it-
hours. It's time extent.
It's time extensive.
I mean, you
It's
tell us you're working overnight.
overnight
10
plus
hours.
Yeah,
You don't
usually up to 14 to 16 hours
Yeah.
days, and get like only like 8 to 10 hour turnarounds.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean it's labor intensive, but at the end, like what he says, he sees a house built down the street, but then you see a movie that has a billboard and people watch it,
Right.
and you're like, I was part of that.
That's true.
Yeah.
And it's like
Yeah.
that's what's
He has
rewarding.
done that so many times. And by the way, I did that. What about yourself?
It's like I've been to this house. I moved this customer.
Yeah.
I recognize this house. I moved that person there.
yeah.
The same thing.
Do you actually enjoy?
There's the days like I don't want to get up. I
Right.
don't want to lift stuff.
Yeah.
But
Well,
there's
like I felt like the one you were working last week was kind of more like a little extreme.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're done. By the third day, we're like, all right,
Yeah.
is this job
Yeah.
almost done?
Yeah.
Move on to the next customer already.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So, love the job you do.
He has packed stuff for me though. Like he's moved stuff for me, and it's quality work. I'm gonna put it that way.
Right. You have a skill.
You have
You gotta
skills.
take advantage.
How do you love your work?
How do I? Well, now mine's like I said, not blue collar, but it's in between. I guess it would be called gray, like him.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
For me, it's teaching. So I love the fact that when I start with somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, and then by the end they're like,
Nice
they
and
get it
relaxed.
down and everything, and they were nervous and now they're like confident, and I see them get like their license and things like that. It's like that's my joy. And plus, I'm always all over. I'm not like I couldn't stay in an office all day. You know what I mean? I'm not like a one office
You're
type
not
of
a
person.
cubicle person
I can't.
or an office.
I work at my office, and I'll do that once a month or a couple times a month. I'm like, I could do this, but every day I'd be like,
Going insane.
yeah,
So you love your job.
I do. Are there days where I'm like, God, that was
Intense.
intense, that was tough. So yeah, but in general, yeah,
How many times have you
See?
seen your life flash before your eyes?
more than a few, more than I can count. Yeah,
They don't know what stop is, huh? Stop.
Yeah, I've literally had that happen at least a couple times.
You need to smack him a couple of times, like,
Yeah.
stop.
So okay, I don't know. What was the last question right there?
What are the very last one?
Oh no, or before that?
Well, what are the drawbacks? But I mean, I don't like drawbacks of blue collar work. I mean,
Okay,
besides
there is
besides-
drawbacks.
besides physical work.
Right, that's the drawback.
Okay.
Because let's say you get injured, you might not be able to continue working, right?
Yeah.
Like if you
Yeah.
hurt something, you hurt your back,
Oh,
you hurt
yeah.
your knee.
You're out for 6 months,
Right.
to 8 months, easily.
So
Has it happened to you
Back once.
once?
I mean, have you been injured doing your job? Because I can imagine. Do a lot of guys get injured? In
Oh,
your,
yeah.
yeah,
We have gotten injured.
right. And then there's
Uh,
workers comp and
yeah.
things like that
Yeah.
to kind of like support you for a little bit. But
yeah.
if
I've
you're
had a shoulder injury that lasted about 3 months.
What was the cause of it?
Just pulled it.
You pulled
I
something.
just pulled it.
Yeah.
Somehow,
yeah,
wrong move.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like you're up there doing work, and all of a sudden you just do a wrong turn.
yeah,
Yep.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
A wrong turn, a wrong movement. You don't even have to pick up anything. You can be writing on a damn piece of on a pencil
Yeah.
or spraying something, and
yeah.
boom, there goes your shoulder.
That's it. And you're out for a
And
minute.
you're out.
Months.
Yeah, for months.
That's
Yeah,
tough.
it's funny because like I've never broke a bone in my life.
Yeah.
Until I
Until
worked on a show, and I ended up breaking my toe.
Oh,
you
boy.
dropped something on it or something.
No, I ran into
You kicked something.
I was on a boat, and their day beds are securely bolted onto the deck, and apparently my foot just didn't want to go around the bed, so it just hit it and broke
Were
my
you mad because
midtoe.
it wasn't a comfortable bed
Yeah.
and you just kicked it?
Were you
No,
mad
no,
at bed?
I was
What
leaving.
did
I was
what did
actually
the bed do to you?
I was actually
Is this
leaving
your
the boat.
bed?
I was actually leaving the
He
boat.
knows what I'm talking
And
about.
yeah, it just hit it, and it, like I wasn't even running. It was just regular walking.
Yeah.
Of course, we weren't wearing shoes because because of a T. There's a certain type of boat you can't wear shoes on.
Yeah.
So you just have to be careful. And my dumbass didn't think about that daybed. So as I was walking towards the back, I was walking. I wasn't even running. I didn't realize the bed was there, and I just snapped my toe. And then another time, I sprained my knee sitting incorrectly on a dinghy.
Okay. Oh,
So I was like-
he also got carpal tunnel.
Yeah,
Working the little.
yeah.
Did you get blue light? Your eyes get. Sorry, I'm getting all this.
I was gonna say he did a basic instinct.
Oh, he
open
was
the
just
legs.
switching his legs.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sexy. We don't have to worry about the last question, so I want to ask this question then. So, because this should be the last question then.
What is it?
So any man out there that's thinking about doing this type of work, blue collar work, is there any advice that you could give to somebody that's thinking about doing this?
I would say if you're starting at a young age or something, just get your hands on it and then give it your will.
Yeah.
Give all you can to it.
Just try to.
You'll move forward like that way faster. Get a books once in a while.
Yeah.
Get a book. Read over it. If you don't know how to do the stuff, get your hands on it.
Right.
You're gonna learn more on hands-on than
Right.
on a book.
And my thing is keep an open mind too.
Keep an open mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, and constantly learn from peers.
That's right. And then if you could get a mentor of anything that you might be doing, that's great.
From
right?
family, no?
Become an apprentice
Yeah.
with somebody.
Go ghost someone that
Yeah.
does that work.
Yeah.
Just ghost them around.
I mean, there's a lot of ways. So don't be afraid, because some people are like, I don't
I know.
know how to do this. I don't know where should I
What
go.
their start.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't hurt to fail. If it's something you want to try,
There you go.
if it's something you want to try and you fail at it, then you know it's not for you.
Yeah.
But if you
Keep trying.
if you keep trying, then
Yeah.
guess what? It might work for you. It's just the fact of the matter. People are scared to do certain things because
Right.
they're afraid to fail,
Yeah.
and that's it. Failure is
Part of life.
part of life.
And we learn. And by the way, the best things come from failure. We learn from those things and we get better. Although, if you fail on a work site and you injure somebody, that's a different story.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There are accident-prone people.
They're actually people. That's true. So if that's one of you, maybe you want to go into, like, I don't know,
White collar.
My color office.
Maybe. I don't know. But for those men out there and anybody who does this kind of work, I salute you. I mean, like I said, we wouldn't have the things we have without you. I appreciate you guys for doing the work you do. Like, the stuff you've done for us and my mom. And I'm like, damn, he's everything. He does everything. And same thing for you, Bucky. You're gray color. Well, I guess we're gray color, right? Gray collar. Collar work.
Color.
Yeah. I keep it up. And if you're interested, go for it. Because, like I said, everybody, we need that. We need this type of stuff.
Word.
Word?
Money.
Word.
So what should people do?
Like and subscribe. YouTube and Rumble.
Yeah. And if anybody has any questions about anything we do or worked or we talked about this episode, let us know in the comments below. All right?
All right.
We out.
Adios.
Peace.
Peace.